Hello guys, welcome to the channel. In this video we will see SOUEI vs Dagura. Spoilers ahead, so watch out. Subscribe the channel for more anime content. So, now let's begin. The first match was a complete victory for Benimaru. Gozerl need to discipline himself and fix his temper. Anyway, it was decided for him to be secluded alone inside the dungeon. Weighted bangles and anklet will be put on him, it'll make him have disadvantage when fighting against the challengers. Even with that handicap, he was still too strong. Looking at the spectators' appearances, even though they didn't comprehend the situation, it looks like they vaguely understand Benimaru's strength. It seems the excitement will continue, let's have another great battle. Oh well, because the irresponsible announcement and commentary from Soka, it was impossible to comprehend the current match. Soka, although I said that you were allowed to give an explanation, however, your specialty is deception to some extent, there is no need to give explanation for this match. Oh well, though there was no plan to expose their true ability. Suddenly I feel that someone was looking at my direction, it was a girl with a slightly long ears that's staring at me. I remember, she participates in yesterday's second match and was blown off the grounds instantly. Was she a half-elf? I thought so because her ears were a bit small. There was no need for her to keep her eyes on me. Oh well, it must be my imagination. Near the seat of that girl, there were people who I recognize. They were the Tengus. What? That girl who was the granddaughter of the elder, her face was deep red. Although the guards near her seems to call her, but she didn't move a bit. Was she sick? Oh well, if there were something they will say it. So I ponder, and then I leave my seat. Yakisoba, if I don't go quickly it will be sold out. Though there was no need to eat, I must purchase it before it run out. After all, it was a delicious food so it can't be helped. After the lunch break ends, it was time for the start of the next match. The second match, SOUEI vs Dagura. There was no need to watch it, it was SOUEI's victory. Although, it seems SOUEI also intended to hold on for exactly 30 minutes. Without forgetting to service the spectator, he didn't neglect to liven it up. A reliable man was different after all. However, there was a problem. And that was. Well, then, it finally starting. It is the match of our SOUEI-sama. Contestant Dagura, who have no other redeeming features than having a little muscle power. Well then, how will he fight? Against SOUEI-sama, I think he's a worthless small fry, but at most I wish for your cooperation to liven up the match. What a favoritism announcement. It was already at the level to feel sorry for Dagura. I interrupted the match at once, and declared the change of the announcer. As expected, she overdid it. I will stop using Soka for SOUEI's match. And because of that, Shuna enter and replace Soka as the announcer. Different from Soka, the adorableness and the tidiness of Shuna seizes the spectator's heart in a blink of an eye. That is as if she was using a skill, but it's just her natural charm. Begin. This time for sure the match was starting. Dagura was. Please look at this, she and Dono. The awesomeness of my growth. So he shouts, while cladding his whole body in tuki, and tackle himself towards SOUEI with intense power. That was, just like a huge energy ball, it had a power to blow away the opponent who comes in contact with it. However, it's just an afterimage. Yes. It's not a clone, but it was a real afterimage. A small remnant of magic power particles was left behind by the spatial transfer. Since it have mass and presence, the leftover afterimage body can even be called as a clone. When you use clone technique to the utmost limit, at that moment it will begin to produce false body. It's a super high difficult technique, even if you acquire the skill, you might not be able to use it. To master it, you have to keep practicing it, only then you can use the ability well. He appeared behind Dagura and from his blind spot, an energy ball hit Dagura's nape. The energy ball was as big as a fist, but it didn't have penetration power as strong as Benimaru. However, the effect should be tremendous because it was a blow aiming at the vital point. By the way, when Benimaru defeated Gozerl with one blow, he uses the energy that he had tempered for 30 minutes. The Yuki was denser than it usually emitted, it's refined with the addition of penetration attribute. Because it has the disposition to break through magic barrier, to defend against that pure aura was impossible. Against superior enemy than us that mastered the use of multiple barriers, this was one of the effective special technique. SOUEI's energy ball this time did not have penetration power that strong, it's just a normal condensed energy ball. And yet, Dagura was kneeling on one knee after being hit by that attack precisely on the nape of the neck. Good. Although I judge you only as a bug who just following Shien Dono, you are quite strong. Just because you're a bit popular. Don't get carried away, you know. Even your certain kill hit, it won't be able to inflict even a wound on this great me. Eh? Dagura, what do you say? If you say like that, what about the telephone punch that you made while kneeling? A wound. Wasn't that obvious that the aim was not that? My surprise was unrelated. Dagura was raising his tuki. The leaked-out yuki filled the inside of the barrier. The air near Dagura's surroundings clearly made a strange fluctuation and started to drift away. The density was so high that the normal spectator can see it. Certainly. Only this fellow's energy was a demon lord class. However, he still didn't understand how to use it at all. That was the reason why he was sent and came to this country to study. Also, it will soon hit the 30 minutes mark. It will end with the next attack. Take this. My best attack. Forest Blaster Wrath of Mother Nature. It was a haphazard attack technique. With all of his strength, he didn't think about defense at all. If described in one word, he is an idiot. He concentrates all of the yuki that cladding his body on one point, and then he discharged it towards SOUEI. It was spreads yet it concentrated only at one point. There is no way to escape, a full offensive technique. But, that's only if the opponent can't use transfer. Fuhahaha. Though you transfers and run away, I will pursue you anywhere. To pursue an opponent that's teleporting, are you really able to do that? Because it was inside the barrier, he will soon discover him. Anyway, I spot a problem on that technique. The greatest problem was, it didn't leave any yuki for defense. If the attack he received just then was a killing blow, then he will be defeated. It was the basic to value defense more than offense. And then, 30 minutes passed. SOUEI just uninterestingly transfer from place to place, just when the time became 30 minutes. Death sentence hazy life reaping / weak version. A one-step kill. 2 katana inside one blade, a sword that can attack even the soul. Physical and spiritual. A sword with different purposes. This time, a blow with katana that kill the soul. If he uses a skill, he would inflict a fatal damage. If SOUEI was not going easy on his opponent, he will already be dead by now. It just striking with the back of the sword. So Shuna explains, the spectator was clapping and cheering, but it was a frightening technique. Originally, it can cut till the soul, but SOUEI stopped it exactly before it cut the soul. This guy, not only he fights by using thread, his sword skill is also excellent. Really, I don't know which one was the better between SOUEI and Benimaru. Hearing this wisdom King Raphael tries to tell me, but I pass. I want to hold on the anticipation. With this, the second match ended. That's it for this video. Subscribe the channel for more anime content. Meet you on next one.